yourself drunk.
She gets herself drunk.
Every night I come home, she like, listen, I'm married to him.
So when little Conan wakes up, she starts boozing, right?
All I'm saying is, whatever our secret is, it's working. You know, we're a happy couple, and got 2 wonderful children, and it's all
Really
fine.
boy-like.
I think the spotlight should move from me and back to you, Dr. Phil. Seriously, what is your patented move, Dr. Phil? What is your move? You're married to this hot tamale, as you call her. What do you do?
Hey, baby. All it takes.
Why did my creek meter just go through the roof? All right, I want to mention something. This is just absolutely ridiculous. But there's so much good comedy that's just out there in the world. Someone put together an episode of Dr. Phil with no dialogue. I don't know if you've seen that.
I've not.
It is absolutely fantastic. They cut it together. They were saying, like, what would an episode of Dr. Phil be like with no dialogue? And we found this. We want you to take a look. Let's enjoy.
Assume this is the whole hour.
That would work overseas, too.
I think I was lying there. I definitely think I was lying.
You were lying. I could see you had your tail going. Dr. Phil, of course, airs weekdays. Check your local listings. Dr. Phil, always really fun. Yeah, thanks so much. From You're the Worst. Stick around. Tonight's guest stars on the popular FXX series, You're the Worst. Take a look. Hey!
Hey yourself, hunkface.
What are you wearing?
Just a little something fun and flirty. You like? Yeah, I bet you do. I thought we could do butt stuff tonight.
Fantastic! Yeah, for sure.
We don't have to, if you don't want to. I mean, I could be fine.
Of course I want to do butt stuff. In fact, I am so up having another crazy night. I'm prepared as well.
You got a whole mess of cocaine.
Oh yeah, because you love cocaine, right?
Yes, I do. It's my shit. Cool. Let's add cocaine to the butt stuff.
Thank you for being here. You look lovely, by the way. Let's talk about You're the Worst. It's a very funny show. It can get, as we saw, it can get raunchy, which begs the question, how do your parents feel about it? You know? And I raise that question because I know that, you know, my parents watch my show and sometimes I'm doing stuff or talking about stuff and I think, oh, what are they going to think about this? Do you have that situation?
Yeah, well, my parents are, like, really, really cool. Like, I grew up in San Francisco with, like, hip parents. My mom's all tatted up, and my dad...
Your mom is tatted up?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, cool.
Like,
all right.
Tattoos and fingerless gloves, and she's very cool. And she's a poet and a novelist, and my dad's a Buddhist priest, but was, like, a street theater artist. Anyway, So, like,
I like how you just toss that off, like, you know the deal. Mom's tatted up with fingerless gloves, Dad's a Buddhist priest. We all know how that goes.
so they're not, they're just not very conservative. When I was in high school, I came home and there was a penthouse on our coffee table. And I was like, why is there a penthouse on our coffee table? And my mom opened it up and pointed to an article. And she had written an erotic short story. And she was like, you gotta pay the bills, baby. So I'm paying the bills with butt stuff.
Yeah, nice. What goes around comes around. So you told... So your mom wrote, did she write a lot of erotic fiction, or was that just the one thing?
She has a book of erotic short stories, which I have not read. That's sort of that's
that would
the
be
law.
weird to read your mom's erotic fiction, I think.
Yeah, I read everything else. She's an amazing, her name is Kanata Nisio. She'd kill me if I didn't say her name, go buy her books. But she writes a lot, and that's the only thing that I don't read to my husband at night.
When you were a kid growing up, is it at all intimidating to have a mom who's that cool?
Oh, of course. I mean, they've always been much cooler than me. And my mom would come to my middle school to pick me up in like a hot little leopard print number, and all the boys would be into her, and I was a little flat-chested girl, and my life was so hard.
Yeah. I sympathize. I was once a little flat-chested girl. Easier to talk to mom about sex then, I'm guessing, if she's that cool? Is it? That's what I always would think, is that if your mom's like that, would mean talking to her would be very easy.
Yeah, she was very cool. When I was a teenager, the birds and the bees talk was very much, whatever you do, be safe. And, come to me when you are ready. And so I came to her when I was ready, and she said, absolutely not, you're way too young. So, she's still a mom, even if she's a cool mom.
My mom said that to me when I was 35. Not yet! Whoa! Back in the basement! You said your dad is he's a Buddhist. Is he an instructor? Does he teach people meditation or the tenets of Buddhism?
Yeah, he teaches mindfulness. He's a Vipassana meditation teacher. And he's been doing that, since I was, I don't usually say gosh. That's nervous. Two whale liquors.
Yeah.
He's been doing that since I was very, very young. So.
Yeah. So I think he's teaching you. Did he ever teach you any techniques? I would have loved it if when I was a kid someone had taught me. I've tried meditation as an adult. I can't do it. Did your dad ever try and teach you that stuff where you sit in a room and he's taking you through it?
Yeah. I wish I'd practiced today, but I can't shut up. So that's a part of meditation.
That's my problem too, is that you're supposed to just sit there. I don't know if you've tried it, Andy, but I've tried really hard.
I've been doing it for the last 3 minutes.
Andy gets to an amazing place while I'm talking to people. I can see him. He's just traveling through time and space.
I was almost at enlightenment with Dr. Phil. Almost. It was time to go.
Aya is a very cool name. Does it mean something?
Yeah. It means something in every language, but my parents got it out of a Hebrew naming book. I guess birds nested in my parents' apartment, not in the apartment, on the windowsill outside. And so they tried to name me Bird.
Aya is...
No.
Oh.
So they tried to name me Bird, and then they found out, actually, Aya was a very specific bird. It's a kite hawk, like a very tiny hawk. But then, so when my mom is tatted up, and when I was 18, she took me to get a tattoo. So I got a very large tramp stamp of a hawk, because I thought that's something...
Your mom took you to get a tramp stamp?
Yeah.
Of a hawk?
Mm-hmm. She's very cool.
Yeah. That's fantastic. Wow, okay.
Yeah, so I have a giant hawk straddling my hips.
I know where the tramp stamp goes.
Yeah. So, but I thought that's pretty safe.
Which way is it flying?
It's sort of... This is a horrible conversation.
That's what I specialize in.
Let's see.
No problem. 23 years. So wait, so that's cool though. But you have a tattoo then that is of a hawk, and Aya means hawk.
But so then I went to Israel years later, and everyone laughed at me because they were like, Aya does not mean hawk.
Oh no.
Aya means ouch. Which, I mean, they called me Aya Koevli, which means ouch, it hurts.
Right.
And I basically reconciled with, well, at least the tattoo hurt. So there you go.
There you go.
It hurts.
So the way they named you perfectly.
Yes.
Parents always know.
Ouch hawk.
You're the Worst airs Wednesday nights at 10:30 on FXX. It's very funny. Aya Cash, thanks for visiting us.
Thanks for having me.
You know what? I'm just going to put the legs in later on. I'm trying to put them in here. Just going to over... There's so much over. I'm just going to put the legs in later.
As a comedian who is making his late-night stand-up debut with us this evening, you can see him live at the Riot LA Comedy Festival in Los Angeles from January 29th to the 31st. Please welcome the very funny Ahmed Barucha.
I think I love you. Right.
Thank you. Thank you. Recently, outside of my house, I had a bunch of crows, 20, 30 crows, all in one tree, just cawing nonstop for about 2 days straight. Just, like, just day and night, nonstop, shaking the tree all at once. So finally, I called animal control, and I was like, hey, what the hell is going on with these birds? I said, it's baby crow season. They're cawing at the baby crows until they learn to fly, and that can last up to 5 days. And I was like, what? That's the crow flight training program? That's how you teach the gift of flight? Just fly, 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 for 5 days. And it works. 5 days they were gone. Try it at home with your kids. We've taken it too far with cows. We kill them, we eat them, we wear them. That's on par with most animals. But with cows, we also eat veal, which are their children. Then we drink their milk. Doesn't sound as bad, but it's the milk intended for their children we eat. We eat their babies, and then we eat their babies' food with cookies. Dunkin' cookies in there, just a bit nice. But then, on top of all of that, we take pictures of our missing children. Hey, start to kill your kid. Haven't seen my kid though. Have you? Really worried about my kid? Your kid's dead. Ate him. Washed him down with his own food. Keep a lookout for my kid. Turned 30 recently. Still can't figure out how to turn off ceiling fans. Can't do it. Go up to a ceiling fan. She's like, And start listening for the noise, like. They have to manually stop it. It's like. Damn it. You come over to my house in the middle of winter, all the ceiling fans are on. It's like, hey man, can you turn off your ceiling fans? No, I can't, actually. That's why I brought you over. 3 clicks, 7 hours. I don't understand why refrigerator door ice machines are so loud. It's so embarrassing to cool your drink at someone else's house. Everyone's in the living room watching a movie. You go in the kitchen. It's just like. One ice cube, just one ice cube. I think like 3 or 4 more. Finally, just give up. Just open the freezer. There's just an already made pile of ice in there. What the hell is the noise? I thought it was at least making the ice. What's happening in there? Just a tiny robot just kicking around ice. Slide it down the tube. Found out there's people that don't believe in dinosaurs. They think that the devil put dinosaur bones in the earth to trick us. Which is the lamest, nerdiest devil ever. You're just some science fiction nerd devil like, hey Lucifer, what's on the agenda for tonight? Famine, plague, genocide? No. Actually, a much more diabolical scheme. I've created a prehistoric reptilian species. They take their bones and bury them deep down in the earth, as to suggest an alternate timeline than in the Bible. And then we'll hope that one day, someone comes along, digs them up, and questions God's existence. And if that doesn't work, we still have the gays. Thank you very much.
Really funny. I never Ladies and gentlemen, that is our show. Thanks, Ahmed Barucha. You were really funny. Thank you very much. Great. Hiya, Cass. Thank you so much for being here. Our thanks to Dr. Phil for stopping by and freaking me out. Questioning my existence. Andy Richter, Jimmy Vino, the Big Scale Band.
Oh my God, Zach, what have you done? Oh my God. Oh no. It's that waitress from the Italian place. Cops are coming, Zach. We gotta go.
Well, things have all worked out. George is dead, but I did get him into a pie at the local diner. Seth doesn't have any cops sniffing around about the lady pumpkin from the hotel room. And Josh, the dancer, he's doing okay too. I'm Andy Richter, pumpkin agent.
It's It's a birthday. I'm Pedro Bandera. Office of Canadian Service. I'm Canadian Head Gamble. You can see the little on the face of the man. I'm Andy Richter. Here he is. Golden Yeah! Screams of horror start the show. Every night here, it's a Halloween show.
These are excitable people.
Halloween's a week old. It's still
I know.
screaming, shouting,
That's
demands
right.
for candy. Excellent show tonight.
Very good show.
We have a very good program planned for you. We're going to have a lot of fun. Maybe true, maybe not. It's true. I'm going to start the show with some very good news. This just came out. This is very cool. SeaWorld just announced that it is ending its orca shows. Yeah. That's the good news. The bad news is they're starting a new show where they beat the shit out of a trout. They did. You like that? People don't care about freshwater fish. Really, you're going to sit there, two guys are going to hold the trout, and the other guy's going to and kids are going to be like, yeah!
And then after the show, you can eat it.
And you can eat it. And it's very tender after you've been beaten. It is true, SeaWorld is phasing out its killer whale show. That's really happening, yeah. Or, as Fox News reported it, more killers set free under Obama. A lot of crazy, weird stories coming out about Ben Carson last couple
Yes.
days.
Well, he's been saying some crazy stuff.
He's been saying some crazy things, and, you know, what are they, attacking people with hammers?
Or no, he wants to.
Wants to.
I said he wants to.
I just like, that's too accurate a story for me.
Okay.
I like to just say he's around attacking people with hammers. That's better for my comedic purposes. Well, anyway, he's been saying all kinds of stuff. This is the latest that's come out. Ben Carson apparently has a painting of himself with Jesus. A painting of himself with Jesus. When he heard this, Larry King said, "Big deal, I have a selfie with Jesus." Total coincidence they cut here.
Ask him about the single set of footprints.
It's when he was carrying me.
Oh, okay.
All right, what else is going on? Man, Starbucks is taking some heat, I tell you. Yeah, I tell you. That's a new thing I'm going to start doing. Some evangelical Christians claim that because this year's Starbucks holiday cup doesn't have any Christmas symbols, Starbucks hates Jesus. Yeah. In response, a spokesman for Starbucks said, "We like anyone who can turn water into something we can charge $7 a cup for." And, those movements are not erotic.
They're not even therapeutic,
They're not
really.
even- they do absolutely nothing, and you should not enjoy them. In Mississippi this weekend, a sinkhole swallowed 12 cars in an IHOP parking lot. Yeah. It's being called the smallest thing ever swallowed at a Mississippi IHOP. These movements mean nothing. I want to take a second and talk about something that does have some meaning, something that I did last week. Last week I had the chance to do something very unique. 10 days ago, I believe it was 10 days ago, I got a call from First Lady Michelle Obama's office. She was going to visit our troops at the Al Udeid Air Force Base in the Middle Eastern country of Qatar, or what actually is called Qatar, as part of her Joining Forces initiative, very cool program. And she invited me to come along to put on a show. So I got to fly with the First Lady on a 16-hour flight. I brought some great performers along, the hilarious John Mulaney, incredible singer, Grace Potter, two amazing stand-ups, Laurie Kilmartin and Brian Kiley. So we did a show. It was a lot of fun for the troops there. The day after the show, I got a tour of the base, and I got to visit some of the specialized military units. And here's the deal. We're going to put all the footage we shot from that whole experience together for a special episode that will be coming out sometime soon. Tonight, I thought I'd give you just a taste of the trip and what we experienced. Just a little tiny taste.
I'd like to invite my friend, one of your biggest fans, to the stage. The one and only Conan O'Brien.
One down, 17 to go. I think our sexual energy shorted out the phone. That's cool. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate it.
I've done stupid things in 22 years in television, but this is maybe at the top of the list.
All right, so keep it all
Hey, here comes the joke!
Conan O'Brien is being attacked by a dog on TV right now, if the audio is still working. So, only one guy watching it. It might be me that's watching, which is fine. This channel
Why
isn't
did seeing
for
that
the
happen to me
general
bring you
public
so
in
much
general.
joy? People are like, get him! Finally! Anyway, we have a lot of moments like that, and that'll be coming out soon. Quickly, huge thanks to the First Lady for making that all possible, for bringing it to every branch. That base has just about every branch of the military serving there, and I think just about every single branch. There's even one guy from the Coast Guard there in the middle of the desert. We don't know why he's being punished. But they were absolutely incredible people to meet, and so our huge thanks to them. We had a fun show tonight from the new movie, The 33. Antonio Banderas is actress, comedian, she is so talented. Author of the new book, Oh the Moon, which is quite extraordinary. Charlene Yee is our comedian. Ed Gamble, their performer coming out. Great show tonight. Andy, as you know, a lot of our viewers are into video games.
Yes.
They're
Hopefully
young.
not too into it because they got to save some time to watch this show.
Yes, yeah, they do carve out time for this show,
Yes.
but they also love video games. So a couple of years ago, I thought I could provide a service for them by playing and reviewing video games.
Mm-hmm.
And because I started doing this, this is crazy, top gamer companies started asking me to please review their new product.
I think that might be because you have a TV show.
I don't think so. It's all about my looks. But the only problem is I don't like video games.
Yeah.
I don't play video games, and I am terrible at video games.
Mm-hmm.
Still, it would be rude to say no.
Right.
Ask you to review them.
Exactly.
So recently, I got to play an advanced copy of Fallout 4, the super popular series.
Oh.
And it takes
Oh, nuclear apocalypse.
Yeah, it takes place in a post-apocalyptic world. Now, Fallout 4 is highly anticipated. It goes on sale tonight at midnight. People have been waiting in line all day to buy it. They've just tied their children to radiators and stuff. Now, usually, I take my video game reviews in our crappy office conference room. But that would not work in this case. This is too highly anticipated. It's too big a deal. So please enjoy this very special edition of Clueless Gamer, my review of Fallout 4. Hey, Charlie.
Morning, Mr. O'Brien. Oh, that sounds like the end of civilization.
Yeah. Well, have a good one, Charlie.
You too, Mr. O'Brien.
Looks like World War III has started and we're all gonna die real soon. No, I'm serious. So many regrets. I've wasted my life.
Please confirm identity with Gilmore Girls security question. In season 1, episode 18, what piece of furniture does Emily ask Lorelai for?
Emily asked for the hat rack that she'd be gifted to Lorelai 5 years before. The gift was originally given to her from Trix, Richard's mother, who expects Emily and Richard's house to be decorated with all of her various gifts anytime she visits.
Identity confirmed, Conan O'Brien.
He is Pip-Boy. Fallout 3? Wow.
We're idiots.
We're gonna review a video game.
Yeah, we've done that a million times. Why are we dressed like this? I look like someone who was asked to leave an avant-garde Swedish pop group. Why am I wearing Microsoft's version of the Apple Watch?
Biggest games of the year.
This is a big deal.
Here we go.
Okay, and this is going to start in the back. So, hey, it says sex on one of them. What's that?
This is where they create our character.
Oh, I thought we got to have sex.
No, so we can change our character here. So we can.
You can add blemishes?
Oh yeah.
Add blemishes.
I love that face.
Gotta love that face!
My character will have a chance at getting some action in the post-apocalypse.
Great. So now we're in the game here.
What is that?
That's our robot butler, Codsworth.
And there's a jet engine coming out his ass? He's single-handedly raising the temperature in the house by 600 degrees. Why are you using the stove, Codsworth? Why don't you just cook it with your ass? Oh, look. I think sex is going to happen. Look at that.
That's it.
What did she say?
Codsworth needs to be serviced.
No, I think someone else needs to be served soon.
I'll be there in a minute.
Is it